I'm just wondering about these two linkage grants, the humanitarian crisis grant, this is number 46, and Sparking the Imagination grant, number 755. These were both the University of Queensland. One was Queensland and one was Sydney. And you're saying that they were approved last Friday. That's correct?
Yes, Senator.
All right. Now, that was announced, was it?
Certainly the universities were contacted and it was announced through our research management system.
I see. It was a website announcement.
Yes.
Righto. Why was it delayed? Why were both of those grants delayed? What was the reason?
I couldn't say, Senator. That's a question for the Minister.
But at ministerial level, were they?
There were decisions pending when the bulk of the other grants that they were part of the same round as were announced. Yes, those two were pending.
This more of the transparency that we're speaking about?
No, they were pending ministerial decisions, Senator.
I mean, these extraordinary academics, was there a sensitivity here that were identified? What was the...
No, Senator.
So what's the issue then?
I couldn't tell you.
You had no indication whatsoever as to why Indigenous Education Grant and an aid program grant were held up?
Correct.
And you think that's a ministerial, entirely a matter for the Minister? So it's a question to the Minister is what you're putting to me?
It is a question to the Minister, Senator.
I see.
Senator Carr, I'm happy to take on notice that matter, but it's relevant to say that the Minister will do whatever due diligence is necessary to make sure that the decisions on grants that are being made are done in the interests of Australian taxpayers.
Okay, so Senator Stoker, you since you've chosen to intervene here, you can tell me that it had nothing to do with the prejudicial attitude taken by the government towards these group of researchers.
I highly doubt it, but I've taken it on notice.
Yeah, and you'd be aware of what esteem these researchers are actually held internationally.
I accept that, but none of that changes the Minister's duty to thoroughly investigate and make a decision after taking into account all the due diligence required to make a call in the interest of taxpayers.
So Professor Thomas, they were recommended for approval by the ARC?
They were recommended, Senator.
Did you identify any sensitivities?
I don't believe so, no.
There were no other matters that needed special due diligence attention?
No, Senator.
That would, because it would pick up any sensitivity there, wouldn't it, if that was the case?
Yes.
So they went forward with all the other linkage grants in the normal manner?
Yes, Senator.
With unremarked?
Yes, Senator.
So, Senator Stoker, perhaps you could explain to us what special due diligence was required, given the ARC's recommendation was that they should be paid without any due diligence questions being drawn to the Minister's attention.
Well, I didn't say that special due diligence was required. I said that due diligence is applied in all circumstances, and that takes as long as it takes to get it right. I've taken the rest on notice, and you will be informed in due course. So
was there any additional information sought, Ms Thomas, from the Minister?
Yes, Senator.
Well, what was that in regard to what?
The additional information included full application and letters of partner support.
Oh, I see. So what? The actual detail of the scholars?
The project section.
Including their files?
No, Senator.
The application itself.
The full application from the University of Sydney and...
the project section of the application and...
It's worth noting, though, that once that due diligence was complete, the projects you're referring to were recommended and they were funded. So I suspect the process did what it is meant to do.
I see. Professor Thomas, are there any other additional information sought apart from the application form filled in by the universities?
It was information related to the project and the partner letters of support. That was it, Senator.
Can you please explain to me what you mean by information related to the project?
The project description.
Description, but off the forms, off the application.
Yes.
No additional assessment, reviews, evaluation was sought?
No.
And did you change your recommendation in any way as a part of that process?
No, Senator.
No. And this took 3 months? Is the post office that slow?
We released outcomes last Friday.
I see. Yes, I know that, but it took 3 months. 3 months to do this assessment.
We didn't do any additional assessment, Senator.
No, you didn't, but the minister did. I'm just trying to establish, Senator Stoker, if you can explain to us why it took 3 months. You can take that on notice as well. 3 months, given the information that was provided, that was the additional material in an application. Presumably all this stuff was put on the application form itself, wasn't it?
Yes, Senator.
Yeah, that's it. So,
It's already taken on notice.
Yeah.
This is a reframed version of your earlier question.
And I'll be looking forward to an explanation for why it takes 3 months to assess something like this. Thank you very much,